Live. Facebook, Instagram. I keep saying Instagram. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on Instagram Live. Facebook, YouTube, all that other stuff you can think of are live right now. I always like to go on my live link, open this up, just all that other stuff you can think. The good thing about live. So for you guys who are wondering, you just share a couple things with other people. I'm going live right now and I'm using the Restream. I'm looking at my quality here on my Facebook app and it looks like the quality is good because I went ahead and upgraded to the pro version. I found a discount online and decided to go ahead and upgrade to the pro version. So we're going to go live. And again, I'm going to go ahead and check this out. I'm going to go figure how this thing works. A couple things that I like about Restream right now. And if Restream, again, if you guys are watching, go ahead and feel like sponsoring me if you like. Anybody wants to jump on, I want to definitely test out the guest feature. Talking to myself. Nobody's watching. Nobody's watching. I always feel like nobody's watching me. Nobody is watching. Who's watching? Who's watching? Who's watching? Who's watching? Cool thing here is I can play some background music. See? Free, royalty free background music. Royalty free. Checking to see if that works. Now I'm going to try to invite a guest. I think it's the same. Someone's telling me that they can't log on to Facebook. Wonder why. It's all on. You guys are watching. Go ahead and throw me a comment. Let me know that you guys are watching. Give me a thumbs up, letting me know you guys are watching. Don't know why. I don't know why. So there's a couple cool things, again, like I said, that I like about Restream. I'll tell y'all in a minute. No, it wasn't Instagram. Twitter. Tweeting, not tweeting. I like that little chill music right there going on in the background. Some people is telling me they can't reach me. There you go. There you go. That should work now. I had to change it to public. Guess for some reason I had it on private. My OBS stopped working. So my OBS is not working for some reason. I guess I had it set to where if you guys wanted to watch, brother Rex, brother Rex is watching. Check this out. Cool thing about this, I can say Rex, the Funko King of Hawaii, is watching. Brother Rex, thank you for watching. Thank you for jumping. How's it everything out there, Rex? Rex, if you want to jump on, Are you home? If you're home and you want to show your living room around to everybody, I'll send you the link. If you're home, let me know. Show everybody the Funkos that Rex has. Rex is the biggest Funko collector in the state of Hawaii. Probably the biggest. Rex, would you consider the biggest Funko collector in the world? Would you be considered the biggest Funko collector in the world? What do you think? This is Rex's comment right here. Aloha to you and your ohana. Oh, he's still working. Well, yeah, that's right. It's only 3:30 in Hawaii, Rex. Sorry about that. 3:30. Stay safe. What are you doing? What are you doing watching the live, Rex? All the passengers in Hawaii can be like, hey, watch the road, bro. Watch the road. Rex, I got friends coming out there this week, coming out here from San Francisco. I'd say go meet them, but you're probably going to be busy driving the bus around. Stay safe out there, Rex. Stay safe out there. This is right. This is the cool thing about Restream. See, check this out. No, just the luckiest living in Hawaii is hard to get Funko. Is it really hard? Even for you, Rex, it's hard to get Funkos? For me, Rex, this is something that I bought. I don't know if you're watching right now, Rex, but this is something that I bought. And this is the first Funko that I opened. This is the Boba Fett. What edition is this? This is the Bounty Hunter edition. So I have to buy different bounty hunters, and it collects. It's like a little thing back here. But I opened it. I don't like opening things, but I opened it only because I had to sit him next to this guy right here. I had him sitting next to Grogu. Right there. Rex's comment right there. I was just lucky to get what I have in the early Funko collection. You got a lot of Funko collection, Rex. Rex, I want to do a Facebook Live with you one day, and I want to have you walking around your house, just showing us your favorite Funkos and you know what's the most expensive Funkos you have. What's your favorite? What's the ones that you're not gonna, I don't want to say share or don't want to give away. I want to do that one day. Rex just said, hey, Rex, be safe out there, man. Be safe driving. Eye on the road. Go look for my son's evil twin. Yeah, I know my son Rex saw one day sent me a picture of this guy crossing the street while Rex was driving the bus. And this is when my son had curly hair, and I had to I had to look at the picture really close. So I was like, wait a minute. Is that my son? Is that my son? Rex. Again, the cool thing, Rex. Oh, look at this one. It actually shows the picture. Oh, I like this one better. It shows Rex's name and shows the picture. All right. Rex, I'm just testing this out. Testing out how all this thing works out. Seeing how this works. This is, so far, I like it. So far, it's cool. This is a new streaming app that I'm going to be using. Everything is working great. Rex, drive safe. Getting back, please. Eye on the road. Don't need McGarrett and the 5-0 team looking for the guy who's driving crazy on the bus. The bus. Don't need that. Stay safe out there, Rex. Stay safe. Let's talk about, first of all, this Restream app. A lot of people are like, okay, why do you want to switch over? I've been using Zoom a lot, and I've been using a lot of my guests via Zoom. This is something like, okay, the music you hear right now in the background, this is something that Restream is giving me and letting me use. The little thing right there with Dwight Clark. This is one of my things that I have. This is the daily vlogs. This is my merchandise right here. And if I wanted to show you guys things like, listen to daily podcast with Eric B, available on all podcast platforms, I can say that. I can say follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and those are my names right there. I can do that. I could also say follow me and watch Eric B's daily vlogs on YouTube. I can do that, and I can do a bunch of things. And the music part of this, again, the royalty music, I can have it really loud. I don't know if you can hear me because the music is really loud. I can have it really, really, like at 30%, which is like background music. I can do that. I wanted to add that for background music. I can do that. I'm replying to some text messages that I don't understand what they're trying to say. Sorry. Ash Wednesday is a couple days away for us Catholics. Oh, is it really? I'm on closed caption. Wow. This is the Restream. This is Restream. Restream is doing this really, really cool. Now that's what I love about it. And no. I got Annie who's texting me, who's going to Hawaii in a couple days. Shh, don't tell nobody. She's going to Hawaii in a couple days. No, he's a bus driver. You can ride his bus. Rex, if you're still watching, what line do you drive? Is it still $2 to go around the whole island? Is it? I'm sending people a message. There's a lot of people sent me messages earlier saying that they wouldn't mind jumping on. Just let them know. So I'm sending you guys messages just in case you want to jump on. So that's the cool thing about this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the cool feature about this. So if I had a guest, I got my little iPad mini right here. And I'm just going to open up my link right here. So if I wanted a guest and I had a guest coming on and I said, coming on board right now is, I'm going to change the name to Johnny. Auntie Davina from the Philippines just said, hello, cooking naman ako. Show me what you're cooking. Not on Facebook. Show me here. Let's see what you're cooking. So you guys, I don't know if you heard that little prompt. Oh, I gotta. I gotta mute this, turn off that audio right there. Perfect. All right. All right. Still in echo. Let's turn this down right here. So many buttons. Where's my volume button? There we go. All right. So if I wanted to go right now, I'm seeing what I'm looking at on my camera. So if I said, "Hey, I got a guest coming on board," oh, tocino and egg. Picture, please. Picture. Send it to me on Messenger so I can share it with everybody here. Send it to me on Messenger, please. I want tocino. Gusto kong tocino. Tosilog. Tosilog na lang. Tosilog na lang. Sige, dali. Dali. Tosilog. So, like I said, the cool thing about this, and I froze right here. All right, it's working. So if I said, "Hey, I'm bringing in a guest, and this guest is from, I don't know, whatever in New York, and doing this and doing that and doing this. Here he is, live from New York, is Johnny. It's just me. But if I bring him in, there I am. Johnny and Eric B. And I can turn down Johnny's volume. Johnny's just me, so don't think it's anyone else. I can change the graphics in the background, and this is something that I needed to test, and I want to test. So there's the graphics in the background. Johnny's slowing down a little bit on his part. He froze, and that's an ugly pose. I'm going to turn off Johnny's Wi-Fi. I'm going to have Johnny go 5G. Make sure Johnny's ready to go. I'm looking at Johnny. So there's a feature, right? I'm looking at my screen right here. My screen, it's kind of a split screen. It's showing me that I have a guest coming in. So not like I explained it earlier to a coworker, not like Zoom tells you there's somebody waiting in the waiting room. And as soon as Zoom, you let that person in, you pretty much should know who that person is. You should know who that person is. But sometimes you don't know who that person is. And sometimes you might get something that you shouldn't be watching on Zoom. So if I did this, I can see myself already in the waiting room right here. So if I said, "No, here we have Mr. Johnny from New York." And the lag is not that bad. And again, look, I can change the background. You see that the background is white. I can go from, I can show rainbows. I can show, I don't know what this background is, spaceships. I can be psychedelic and show that right there. Take your seasick pills, take your motion sickness medication. So I can do that. I could even add flowers around me. If I wanted to add flowers, you see that? Flowers all over. Flowers everywhere. So I can do that. That's the cool thing about this software. All right. My Auntie Divina in the Philippines sent me some pictures of what she's cooking in the Philippines. So the cool thing about this also, I'll show you guys that in a minute. I'm going to go send it to my computer. Okay, it's sent to my computer. Hey, I haven't tried this feature yet, but let's see if I wanted to share. Bear with me. I'm trying to see if I can test a picture here. It's not letting me share a picture. For some reason, it's not letting me share a picture. I know there's a feature that I can share a picture. I know there is. Kaina. Auntie Divine, do you want to You want to jump on and show everybody the Sari Sari store in the Philippines? Don't be shy. Come on. Don't be shy. We're all family. So I'm changing everything around. What is that? I don't want the Restream brand. I paid money to get rid of the Restream brand, so I don't want that on there. So this is cool. Again, this is a cool feature. This is something cool that is it worth the $50? Is it worth? So let me stop this music because this is something cool too that I can do. So I can share a video. So I downloaded this trailer earlier today. It's the Morbius final trailer. So if I can share with you guys. It's gonna bump me off. You're gonna see 3 different screens. So if I move, it's not showing, right? That's weird because it was showing earlier. All right. Well, that didn't work. Let's go back to our lo-fi music. I don't know why it didn't work. So this was a Morbius trailer. For some reason it didn't work. All right, so that's fine. But I could still share video. This is something I did and I tried the other day. I'm just gonna go to some of my old interviews that I had. So this was my first MCU guest that I had. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of the music. Or the cloud. See, now there's 3 of me recording live on Facebook. Recording live on Facebook. And she's going to be jumping in any second. So this is the cool thing. I'm going to skip that because the song's copyrighted. But see, check it out to you earlier. And if I wanted to highlight her, people that I have, especially the Filipinos on my podcast, I am so happy to have a Filipino Jane Rumbawa representing not from the Falcon and Winter Soldier TFC type movie or a show that we. You guys watched the Falcon and Winter Soldier? She's the one that flew the helicopter and saved everybody during that. You're part of the MCU, and so that's cool. So this is what's cool about this. I can save all this. I can. You never tried. Good.
Actors just stay away. Yeah. But he stayed there, and
so. Like I said, this is a cool feature that I have. This is one thing that made me say I definitely want to move and get this software right here. Why do I hear an echo? Someone's talking. Someone's talking. I thought I muted that guy right there. I didn't. So that's the cool thing about this. And, let me go ahead and remove that. Let's go ahead and, do another one. So if I want to add videos, if I want to add interviews that I did, interviews in the past. This is another one that I did. Go ahead and mute the music right there. This right here. Let's just turn this down. God, Zoom.
Just connected instantly.
This is Amor Owens.
Chemistry, and luckily, I was doing
and again, if I want to highlight her video,
that time, and my director was Michael Cole. I was doing one flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Yeah, Amor Owens right there. I'm wearing my Cobra Kai shirt because she was on Cobra Kai. She was also on.
Yeah. So when we were talking,
she was also on WandaVision.
Hey, we have a mutual friend, and she said, "Who's that?" So Michael Cole, and we instantly connected, which was beautiful because soon after we.
This is what's cool about this software. This is what's cool about Restream. This is what if you're paying whatever $50 or whatever the monthly is, this is the cool thing about this. And again, royalty-free music. So if I'm doing a live stream, like I'm doing right now, I could. I don't know how to. I wanted to share. I don't want to share my screen. Maybe I could. Let me see. I shared my screen. Is this even on this feature? I got to go through all this max security things. I'm not going to go through that right now. But this is cool. This is the cool thing about Restream. And again, if you guys are looking for something, I mean, I still haven't tested the video, the live video portion of it. I want to record a live feed in a minute, and I want to see if that works. See if that works. Let me see if there's anyone who wants to So again, this is something that I definitely wanted to, I want to, you know, I want to invest money in. I want to put some money in here. And again, just the little things like, you know, Rex sending me the message earlier saying, you know, right there, shows his picture. How's it, brother? And see how it shows the little Facebook icon, and it shows that it's Rex from Facebook that's sending me the message. And I know there's a place on here where if someone says, anybody on YouTube watching? Nope, nobody on YouTube watching. Anybody on Twitter? Someone send me a Twitter message. I decided not to go on Discord. Let me see if there's anybody. Let me do this on Discord. Not Discord, sorry, Twitch. Let's see if there's anybody on Twitch who's willing to jump on. Let's see. Rex saying, how's it, brother? I asked him how everything's going. And then he responded with, you know, aloha to you, Nohana. I'm working. Everything's good. He's driving the bus, not a tour bus. Remember that? And then he says, again, no, just the luckiest living in Hawaii, and it's hard to get a Funko. So, you know, Hawaii is an island, so it's hard to get a Funko. And then he says, I was just lucky to get what I have early in the Funko era. So, I mean, that's cool. That's a cool thing. That's a cool thing that that Rex shared with us. I want to share the picture. I don't know how to share. I know there's something here. It says share a local file. If I share a video storage, I don't want to do that. I can't upload a presentation because it's not letting me. I guess it must be a video. See if this works. Nope. Doesn't work. Who's Johnny? We can change the music too. If we want to change the music, this is lo-fi right now. So if I want to do a lounge theme, don't like it. What about chill? That's chill. That's a little fast. Ambient. Feels like I should be smoking some weed. Right? Should be smoking some weed together. I don't like that. I'm going to go back to the lo-fi. What's chill hop? Let's see what chill hop is. All right, that's all right. So I'm looking at my screen right here. There's a screen right there that I'm looking at also that shows my second camera, which is the camera that you guys are looking at on the right, I believe. If I'm looking at my thing correctly, you guys are looking at that on the right. And on the side of my camera, let me just show you guys. It's going to be kind of weird. Right there. I see everything that you guys are seeing right there. So I can see who my guest is if I wanted to mute this Johnny, I would just hit this toggle right here. Now it goes right back to me. If I wanted to put Johnny back on the screen, there's Johnny back on the screen. So that is a cool feature that I like with this Restream app. It's not even an app, it's a software. And again, I'm going to change the music because that music gives me that impression that somebody's behind me. So if you guys have used the Restream app, if there's any of you guys that use the Restream app, or you guys are thinking about something different, or I know a lot of you guys mentioned, what's that other one you guys mentioned? StreamYard. StreamYard and Restream are pretty similar to this. I guess it is pretty similar. I don't know why I wanted blue. Always wanted blue. I'm a blue guy. They won't let me do black. Can I customize the color to black? Oh, black just turns out white. I like blue. Blue. So yeah, it's cool. So there's a lot of cool features that I can use on here. There's a lot of cool things I can have on here. And again, if I had a guest and I wanted to introduce my guest, I can say, pop his name right there. Let's just say guest. Let's say a guest. So if I wanted to say, my next guest is Johnny Cash from Nashville, I can do that. Just got to type a little faster. Where am I hearing the echo from? You guys watching, do you guys hear an echo? I'm hearing an echo from somewhere. This is muted, so that's not there. Okay, so Twitter's working also. Twitter's working. YouTube should be working. But everybody right now is watching me on Facebook. How was everybody's Monday today? Mondays are always bad days. Mondays are always the days that we kind of don't wish it was Monday. I got Victor Perez throwing me a shout out right now. Victor, sharing your message. How are you, Eric? I am doing well, Victor. Victor was one of my buddies that jumped on when I was live streaming a 49er game. Was it the Niners and the Rams when they killed the Rams? Like they destroyed the Rams? Was it the Kansas City Raider game? It was one of those two games. I only live streamed 2 football games. And the funny thing about that was Facebook didn't say anything. But as soon as I live streamed a basketball game, just because Kevin Durant and Steph Curry was playing, someone in the NBA said, no, that's not going to happen. You better take that off. What did Victor say? Victor says, I'm glad to see you. And yes, so it was that during that time. So cool to have you on, Victor. Thanks for watching. Thanks for jumping on. Not doing anything special. Again, just trying to test this Restream app, trying to see how this goes. The last time I was here over the weekend, everybody was probably still asleep, or everybody was not even awake. But I was testing it. It worked for an hour. The first time I did it, it killed me and cut me off after an hour. I'm not even after, and it killed me like 30 minutes in. Oh, I got this Vom bot. This is a bot. This is definitely a bot. Check this out. I got this message last time. Vom.red. Romsko Someneskek. This came on last time. I don't even, this is from YouTube. So that's a YouTube comment right there. And it's funny because there's nobody watching on YouTube. So this is definitely a bot. And this is definitely someone from the Kremlin. Not going to say what part of the Kremlin, but Vom.red, shouldn't you be doing something over there? Shouldn't you be doing something with yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So that, yeah, that's, Scary. 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 Vom.red. This came on last time when I did the live stream on Saturday. This came on also. Vom.red. Don't jump on it, guys. Don't go Googling what vom.red is, because you probably will see some naked girls. And if that's your thing, go and jump on it. But don't blame me if you guys get a virus. If you guys get a virus, don't blame me. There's an echo. Everything's turned down here. This is turned down. That's muted. That's muted. Let's keep it at 50%. What about that? 50%. Vom.red. Can you hear me? Vom.red on YouTube. Can you hear me? Vom.red. The name of the person. Check out the name of the person. Romsoki Swomanek. Romsmoky Swomanek. A little scary, don't you think? A little scary, kind of scary. Especially that if you guys are still doing internet things out there when you guys should be doing something else. You know what I mean? You should be doing something else. I'm gonna shameless plug right now. So if you guys are looking to buy, see that logo of Dwight Clark right above the corner that way, whichever camera you're looking at. Let's go kill this camera right here. Yeah. So that camera right there. If you guys see that little logo of Dwight Clark right there, you guys can buy. It's my website right there. The Daily Vlogs podcast.myspreadshop.com. It's a bunch of San Francisco icons, San Francisco locations. There's little themes that I do on there as well. If you guys want to do, if you guys are looking, it just supports the channel, supports my podcast channel, supports the Daily Vlogs channel as well. So it's just a little something. And you guys got these little cards right here. If you guys want one of these cards, let me know. I'll definitely mail one out to you guys. But it's just something to have, something cool to have. And, there's a bunch of things there for everybody, even your dog, I believe. All right, let me go ahead and get rid of this guy. All right, Eric said Johnny is gone. I removed Johnny. I'm going to keep this on right here. Johnny is gone. No more Johnny. No more Johnny. So there's two types here. There's two things. I can go into another mode where I can record what I'm doing right now. The only thing is it's live streaming. So I'm just streaming live through everything right now. I'm streaming live through Facebook. I'm streaming live through YouTube. You guys watching me on YouTube, thank you. Welcome on YouTube. If you guys are watching me on YouTube, Facebook, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for jumping on. Vomred, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching on YouTube. Again, I'm just testing out this app. You guys want to send a message? Let me know what you guys are giving up for Lent. 40 days of Lent starts on Wednesday. Ash Wednesday's on Wednesday. Not a good time to fly to Hawaii on Wednesday. Joking. You can fly to Hawaii anytime you want. Anytime you want, you can fly to Hawaii. I am joking. There is no preference on when you should and should not fly to Hawaii. Whenever you want to fly to Hawaii, go fly to Hawaii. But this is cool. I'm streaming 4 different platforms right now. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. And I don't really use Twitch, so I don't know what Twitch is. I wish I could share the food that my aunt just sent. Keep calling her my aunt, but I'm older than her. Dum dum dum. Dum dum dum. Let's see. I pop that open here. Let me see if I share my screen. Share. It's telling me you can't share the screen because please update your system permission in your browser. See, that's the thing. I'm using Google Chrome. Can't share anything using Google Chrome. You guys watching on YouTube, send me a message. Throw me a message letting me know that you guys are watching so I know who you guys are. I can throw your name out. You guys watching on Facebook, throw your name out there. Leave a comment. This thing is like perfect because I'm looking at just one screen and all the comments are fluttering in, like from Vaughn. Red. Throw me a comment. Let me know. Let me know who's watching. Let me know who's here. There's got a message saying that I shouldn't be saying you shouldn't be flying during Ash Wednesday. You can fly during Ash Wednesday. Just make sure you have an ash on your head. Not an ass on your head. An ash on your head. The way that flight is, you might end up having an ass on your head anyways. It's a 5-hour flight. Oh, I got somebody watching me on Twitch. Welcome. Whoever's watching me on Twitch is probably that Twitch robot again. Twitch robot is watching me on Twitch. Twitch robot, if you're watching me on Twitch robot, send me a message, Twitch robot. I'm actually going to go look. I'm going to go look which Twitch person is watching me right now. I don't know how to work Twitch. I don't know how this works. I don't know how Twitch works. I don't know how this works. I know it's a live streaming app. It's something that you can do when you're live streaming or you're gaming. I just need something simple. Something that I can say, give me this. One thing I'm sold about this, again, it's the captions, me sharing the messages like that, like Rex. If I wanted to change the graphics, let's see, let's change that graphics. And then let's see Rex's message again. Oh, it does say Rex's name. Yeah, does have Rex's picture. This is the one I really like. This round one right here. But when I tried to share a message last time, oh, it does do that too. I didn't realize that. All right. Kind of torn. Vom.red. Someone be brave. Someone go on vom.red and tell me what it is. Someone be brave. Come on. Come on. If you get a virus, because that's what they're going to end up doing to all of us. They're going to be sending us viruses, telling us shouldn't talk about it. I haven't even mentioned the region. What region I'm talking about. But this guy is sending messages on YouTube when there's a whole other situation going on over there. Yep. I think you should get your priorities straight. What is everyone giving up for Ash Wednesday? I'm not seeing any messages right now. Not seeing any. A couple years ago, I told myself I stopped giving up things for Ash Wednesday because I could never commit to what I'm supposed to be giving up. Never. I always say, I'm going to give up swearing. But if you drive in San Francisco, giving up swearing will last only as soon as you get on the road. See, I got a message from YouTube. Ron Williams, what's up, Eric? Enjoy watching your videos. Thank you, Ron. Thank you. This is the first one of the live stream. Ron watches my videos, the Eric B's Daily Vlogs on YouTube. Ron, tell everybody where you're sending the message from, so that way we know what part of the world you're in. This is a big world that we live in. And for you guys who watches me on YouTube and who follows me on the daily vlogs, I apologize for not putting out a vlog and putting anything out lately. I will. Trust me, I will. I'm trying to get this whole setup done. If you guys like this type of vlogs, I know you guys like going around, or you guys like me going around San Francisco and showing you guys parts of San Francisco. Ron is sending us a message all the way from Daly City. Daly City, California. Ron, we got to go meet up one day. Let me know when you're in that Chick-fil-A line in Ceremony, and let me know when you're 2 cars away and I'm going to run through the traffic and I'm going to jump in your car and I'll buy you a sandwich. That Chick-fil-A line is crazy. Crazy. Ron, did they even open the inside yet? Is the inside of Chick-fil-A even open yet? Someone asked me the other day, why don't you do a vlog and talk about how long it takes to go from that back of the line to getting your order? And I said, I got a better vlog to do. Why don't I just drive all the way to Redwood City over there off Whipple and go to that Chick-fil-A, because that line is a lot shorter. Because this Daly City line, oh my God, this Daly City line, just imagine a Disneyland line in Disneyland, but you're in your car. They got like all these little extensions, opened up, or you got to go here and then you got to go here. You think you're at the back of the line, but then there's somebody at that one back of the line. They're like, nope, you got to go back that way. Now you got to go back another part of the line. And then you're like, oh man. And then 20, 30 minutes later, you haven't even made it to the main line yet because you're still doing this little zigzag thing. Yeah. I don't even know if they opened it up. Ron, if you know, let me know. If they opened up the inside part of Chick-fil-A, let me know. I can't wait till that whole area is finally built. They tore down my Denny's. I'm a little sad about that. Shout out to the Denny's, not the Denny's crew back in the days when we used to come back from any clubs, anything, any dances in high school. And I'm a San Francisco guy, and I spent some time in Daly City. Denny's was the spot. Everybody's trying to say, we're going to the Denny's in Westboro. Go ahead, go to that Denny's. Because that's where your mom and dad is right now. They're in that Denny's, because all the youngsters, the kids, the ones who are just, coming home from a high school dance, we're at the Daly City Denny's, right? Remember the days when Mark Bradford, throwing out a name that I haven't thrown out since the 80s. Mark Bradford used to throw this show called Imagine. It was like a showcase of all different DJs in Daly City, in the Bay Area. Old school DJs like Midstar Production. All those groups back in the days. I only threw out Midstar Production because that's the only old school group that I remember. I'm pretty sure there's like, SBC. There's a bunch. Yeah, Ron's comment right here says, that line is too long. Somebody else, City Boys 415 just said, Westlake Gym. Fitness 19? Westlake Gym? It's the only gym I know. Ron just said, yep, I missed that, Denny's. There's no other. Where else can we go right now and just say, man, let's just go hang out and chill? And it's funny because back in that era, you knew everybody. So if you did go to a dance and you went to whatever dance, whether it's, I'm going to shout out some Daly City schools, Westmore dance, El Camino dance, South City dance. I know South City's not Daly City, but you know what I'm talking about. Those dances, even like, if you guys got invited to like a Mercy SF dance, everybody met at that Denny's in Daly City. Not the Denny's in South City. Not that Denny's. Again, the few times that we went over to the Denny's in South City, saw my aunts and uncles there. Just felt kind of weird. Felt kind of weird when you're going to Denny's and you're going with a bunch of people and you're trying to have fun, and your aunt and uncle's doing the same thing. Where's my yeah, it's kind of how it is. You walk into Denny's and you're trying to have fun, you're trying to show off because you're with the girl, and then your aunt and uncle's doing the same thing, waiting to be seated, and this is The look on your face. You're like, oh man, I got to go. Gotta go. Someone just said yes after bowling. I didn't know you bowled. I don't want to say your name. I don't have permission to say your name. So I don't want to say your name. City Boys 415 over on YouTube. What does this mean? Westlake Gym. Westlake Gym? I mean, the only gym I know in Westlake is Fitness 19. City Boys 415 over on YouTube. Again, this is cool. I'm showing like the comments. You know, Ron Williams. I missed that, Denny's. I do. Boulevard Cafe? Is that a new hangout? Is that a new hangout? Is that a cool place to go? Who's ever tried breakfast at Tiffany's over in the Silver District or Silver? What is that? Excelsior District? Is that considered Excelsior District in San Francisco? You guys ever tried anything, or if you haven't tried, and your body can eat eggs and chorizo, they make one of the best breakfast chorizo and egg burritos. They do. Breakfast at Tiffany's. It's on Silver. Won't know the cool address. Ron Williams, indoor courts. Explain. Indoor courts. Not sure what that means. Oh, Westlake Gym. Oh, okay. Oh, City Boys 415. You mean when we had the dances at Westlake Gym? Now I get it. That's right. There was dances at Westlake Gym back in the days. By Lakeland said, thank you guys for oh my God, there was dances there. Crazy dances. San Bruno Ave. Is that where breakfast at Tiffany's is? San Bruno Avenue. But yes, I do remember dances at Westlake Gym. I do remember they would get mad at you because, you know, you're trying to wear you got your nice Z Cavaricis going on, and your Diodoras that's matching your Z Cavaricis. They're afraid they're gonna the shoes is gonna leave a black mark on the gym floor, and they didn't want that. Never been, but I heard of it. Yeah, so everybody see this is the cool thing about this app. Ron saying, never been, but he heard of it. Basketball courts. Yep. So these are all the answers that I asked. So yes. Breakfast at Tiffany's in San Bruno Avenue. That's a cool spot. Dances at Westlake Gym. City Boys 415 just said the old community center at Balboa High School. I've never been there. Never been to the old community center. Usually when we had dances back in the days, like I said, back, and you know, I'm gonna throw my old age out there. This is like back in the 80s, right? We would have, it would always be like a high school dance. It would be, like you said, it would be at the Westlake Gym kind of dance. It would always be a dance like, you know, do you guys remember garage parties? You guys, who had garage parties? Garage parties was what it was back then. If you couldn't go to a high school dance, we always had that one guy, the one guy who didn't want to spend money to go to a high school dance, didn't want to do anything because he didn't want to go. I don't know if he just didn't want to go. He couldn't find a date. I don't know what it was, but he always threw a garage party on the same night a high school was having a dance. So what would everybody do? They would go to the high school dance. They would, you know, show off for a little bit. They'd probably do the Running Man or the electric slide for like, you know, an hour, take your picture, and then go over to his house for the house party. That's how we used to do it back then. By the time you get to the house party, you're all sweaty. You know, your Aquanet is already, you know, it's already melting because it's so hot. You know, you wore the turtlenecks with the cardigans. You guys remember that? Turtleneck, cardigan, Z Cavaricis with the ducktails in the back. Everybody calls it the Filipino mullet. but it wasn't a mullet. This is like the hair, pumped up hair with the ducktails in the back. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you grew up in that era, you guys know what I'm talking about. Ron, big, yeah, here in Daly City, where everyone was part of a DJ crew. If you weren't part of a DJ crew and you didn't DJ, you didn't mix, you were a dancer. You were a break dancer, right? You were a break dancer. As Ron says, back in the 80s, man. That's what it was. My cousin lived right down the street from the guy who started Midstar Production. And every Saturday morning when I would spend the weekends over there, we would hear his garage is open. We would hear him doing the whole, mixing, the whole scratching. This is before this came out. Before that was just a little scratching. We'd hear like Debbie Deb, let the music play, because that was the music back then. Shannon. Was it Shannon, let the music play? It's Debbie Deb, when I hear music. All right. Sorry. Shannon, let the music play. Debbie Deb, when I hear music. Let me get that straight before I get everybody killing me here on the chats. But yeah, we would just go there and we would just sit there. We would just stand around and he would just mix. And then they had brothers who were like just, dancing. Ron says, I'm half Filipino. I know the culture. Yeah, Ron, I mean, it was everybody. It wasn't even just the Filipinos, man. My cousin's block where he lived, it was a whole culture of people that lived there. Freestyle music forever, man. I have a playlist on Pandora, and I suggest if you guys have Pandora, whether it's free or not, I suggest you guys download the Freestyle Radio on Pandora. And I suggest listening to that as your early morning music. You have a cup of coffee, maybe you're commuting to work, you're on BART or whatever, you're driving to work, you're walking to work, however you get to work, play the freestyle music, especially if you grew up in that era. It brings back good nostalgia feelings, and it also puts you in a good mood. I play some right now, but I'm live on Facebook and I'm live on YouTube, and the first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna slap me on the wrist, copyright issue. I'd play some right now, but I can't. So you guys are just hearing this lo-fi chill music that's going on. Jaya, Sweet Sensation. Ron, man, you're bringing up the old school. Man, Jaya moved it to the Philippines, right? Everybody who followed Jaya's career, she moved to the Philippines, and she's having a good career in the Philippines right now. Stevie B, man, the haircut I had back in the days, everybody said, Eric, you have a Stevie B haircut. It was the whole, the pump in the front, the sides were it wasn't even slick. It was just short. And then I had the ducktails. Again, the ducktails, it wasn't, a mullet. And everyone's like, you have the Stevie B haircut. I'm like, no, Stevie B has my haircut. Because, again, I grew up in San Francisco, still live in San Francisco, but I spent a lot of time in Daly City. Spent a lot of my youth in Daly City. So I grew up in that Filipino Daly City culture. But then the Filipinos in San Francisco was different from the Filipinos in Daly City. And then the Filipinos in Vallejo, the Filipinos in San Jose, we were all different. We were all different. Like, you guys, and it wasn't even about cliques or we just like the break dancers in Daly City was better than the break dancers in San Jose. And Stevie B and Jaya, they're from San Jose. So we would always say, whatever we do in Daly City, San Jose people will get it a little bit later, a couple of days later, a week later. That's how we said it. The trend started in Daly City, and then later on, San Jose's copying it. So, we were young, we were stupid. So don't take that serious. It's not serious. It's not true. That's just how we thought back then. But man, listen to freestyle music. Again, if I can play it right now, I would. What else is good freestyle music, man? Expose was good freestyle music. Anybody say Sweet Sensation? Yeah, Ron said Sweet Sensation, right? He said Giant Sweet Sensation. Man, those were like the good old days. Freestyle music forever, man. Yeah, man. It's one of those eras where it can never come back. If we decided to bring that music back right now, only a certain type of group would understand that music. That's something they should do for the Super Bowl party. Is this like scary? Open me up. That's something they should do for the Super Bowl party. I think. This is Ron's. I grew up in the old part of Daly City, top of the hill. So you lived where John Madden grew up. So John Madden grew up right over there across, not across from Bart, but in that one street. I forget the name of that street that goes up from Westlake to top of the hill. John Madden lived in the house over there. I did a vlog about it. I forgot when, and I reposted that vlog after John Madden passed away. Rest in peace, John Madden. Yeah, but that's still, that's still Daly City. And it's funny because, Ron, that part of Daly City compared to where I grew up, which is like the Gellert part of Daly City, again, Daly City Filipinos, but it was just a different type of Filipinos back then. And it was funny. And I look at it now and I laugh. I'm just like, wow, we were all Filipinos in one city, but we all acted like we all didn't like each other. That's just how it was. Templeton, if you get Filipinos down Templeton, San Francisco, I know it's Templeton, it's the border of Daly City, San Francisco. It was like a different type of Filipinos back in Templeton, back in the days. Right? Sugar Bowl, whoever hung out in Sugar Bowl on Templeton before they moved it over here on Geary, and it's not even the same Sugar Bowl anymore. Yeah, those were the cool, fun days. Those were the days that I had fun. I seen that video. Yeah, thanks, Ron. Thanks for doing that. That's when I was still not really sure on how to do the whole. I mean, I'm not an expert with vlogging just yet, but I do have a little more better gear. I have better, stabilization in the camera. I think about what I'm going to say before I actually get things done. So yeah, it was kind of cool. It was cool to have that back then, but I wanted to revisit it when he passed away, but yeah. Then City Boy 415, very true. I grew up in San Francisco. Yeah, the Filipinos in San Francisco, again, different from the Filipinos in Daly City, right? What part of the city did you grow up in, City Boy 415? I grew up in the Western Addition, and in the Western Addition back then, you didn't have that many Filipinos here. Now there's a bunch of Filipinos that live in the Western Addition, but back then, I was probably one of the first Filipinos. Not probably, but growing up in the 70s and in the 80s, you didn't see a lot of Filipinos here. Even when I went to school, I didn't see a lot of Filipinos. And the Filipinos that I did see, they were either from Treasure Island Filipinos, or they were Filipinos that were from like Daly City. So yeah, different type of Filipinos. Man, I wish we can bring back the old school days. I wish we can bring back. That's something we need to do. Look, who can we talk to in the NFL? Grew up in Folsom and Army Street. Used to have a small group of Filipinos in the neighborhood. Man, Folsom, trying to think where that is. Army. And I'm glad you said Army. Thank you for saying Army. That's how I know you're old school. Because everybody says Cesar Chavez. See, it's not Cesar Chavez, it's Army Street. It will forever be Army Street. No disrespect to Cesar Chavez for what he did, and what he did to the migrant farm workers. I support what he did, but changing a name to something where we're used to hearing it, Oh, Soma area. There you go. My grandparents and my mom are from the Soma area. Yeah, Soma area, man. That's a different type of Filipino. Different type of Filipino. My brother-in-law grew up in the Soma district. So different type of Filipino. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all Filipinos, we're all one, we're all, the same group of people. But it's just when you see the Filipinos in different parts of the world or different parts of the city, it's just like, wow. Natoma. Yeah, Natoma Street. That's right. Right. That's where my brother-in-law's from. I shout his name out right now, but I don't, I'm live streaming on different platforms and I don't want to throw his name out there. But yeah, he knows who he is. The Natoma Street was rough back then, man. And it's funny because there was a time where, we were in a basketball league, and I can laugh about it now. We were in a basketball league, and if my cousin's watching, he knows what I'm talking about. We played for Lingnam, right? Lingnam had a basketball team in Daly City, and we were called the junior heads. So you had the Lingnam heads, which is the bigger group, the older guys, and then you had the junior heads, and we were the junior heads. And the only reason why I played in San Francisco, in Daly City for Lingnam is because, again, I spent my summers in Lingnam, in Daly City. I spent my summers there. So a lot of the people I knew that ran the Lingnam restaurant was like, hey, we're going to have a basketball team. You guys want to throw this on? So we did. Let's see. City Boy 415 Soma was Daly City before it was Daly City. It was. I mean, man, if you go back to the history of where, like, there's a hotel in Soma. I forget. It's like right there, 6th and Mission. I can't. Is it the what's the name of the hotel? They renamed it. Is it the Kababayan House? Is that the name of the hotel? The Kababayan Hotel, where like when Filipinos first came to San Francisco, that's where they all stayed because that's where they all understood each other, and they just migrated to that part. So a lot of the Filipinos who came to San Francisco, what is this? Lingnam was Lingnam was the hangout. That's right. Kababayan House, that's where all the Filipinos grew up. But yeah, so we were playing a basketball game, and it was us against I guess it was an Natoma group, and we were like, they didn't like us because we were Daly City Filipinos, even though I lived in San Francisco. And I just remembered I shot a 3, and a couple of us shot 3s, but they were giving us 2 points for those 3s. And the ref was like putting his hands up for the 3 points. So then I said, hey, can I see the scoreboard or the score book? Because you guys are giving us 2s and not 3s. And sure enough, a big brawl came out. We had to get escorted out. The referees, it was funny because the referees didn't even want nothing to do with it. We're like, hey, ref, can you walk us to the car? And they're like, nope, this is all you, man. We didn't do anything. We just wanted, we wanted a fair game. But yeah, that was the Tacoma. 6th Street and Folsom was the basketball court that we played in. 6th and Folsom, the basketball court. Man, it was fun time. And again, I can laugh about it now. Back then it wasn't, because when you had like all of a sudden you had like 10 guys that was playing basketball, and then 10 became 15 became 20. Next thing you know, a whole neighborhood's coming out. And you're like, oh, damn it. If only I didn't ask for the scorebook. Lingnam, shout out to the Limbs. Lingnam was the hangout back in the days. You guys didn't want to go to Denny's. You guys wanted some of that Filipino. So what was your favorite dish at Lingnam? I always liked their siopaw, the asado, the siopaw asado. That was always my favorite. You take the little siopaw, had the pork asado, then you put that little juice or the sauce. That was my favorite. What was your favorite? What did you guys like doing? A lot of people, and then when Lingnam went into the Starbread system, or the Starbread, everybody wanted Starbread. I'm getting hoarse. I remember the old, my hair. Oh man, Harriet Street, Ron. Damn, yeah, that's straight Filipinos back in the days. Westlake Center. Let's see. I remember the old Westlake Center. So many rumbles over there. The Westlake Center, was that the gym? City Boys 415. Was that the gym? Yeah, Ron. I remember where Harriet Street is. Right there. It's the little alleyway, right where that was. Chicken adobo. Okay, chicken adobo. Ron's saying he liked chicken adobo when he was over at Lingnam. There were so many things to choose from, but I always just got the asado. The asado was something that I just said I have to get, and siopaw was just a little side dish, and it's one of those things where you just get the siopaw, you put the asado sauce over it, and you're just like, wow, this is good. This is cool, man. I want to thank you guys for jumping on. I've been on for an hour and 9 minutes. Everybody, you guys watching me on YouTube, thank you guys for jumping on YouTube. Ron, City Boys 415, the strip mall before. Oh yeah, that's right. Westlake was it the bowling alley, right? The bowling alley. Westlake Center, Westlake Center. I just remember the bowling alley was there, and the mall was across the street, and the mall was wide open. I don't remember the center though, the Westlake Center. Was that near the bowling alley, or was that where the mall is now? Ron said Harriet Street is between Folsom and Howard. Cool. This is cool. I love this feature. If you guys don't want to throw the mall, and then City Boy 415 says the mall is now. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Westlake was cool back in the days. I remember it. I remember how Westlake was just an outdoor mall. You had you didn't even have, you had Woolworth, right? Woolworth was there. And I remember my mom wanting to go to Woolworth all the time over there because she wanted to buy yarn. You know, the Filipinos, they like to do the yarn. I forget, how do you say it in Tagalog? Ganchillo? The ganchillo, they do the yarn thing. They crochet. They say it, the crochet. I remember the bowling alley in Westlake. Man, we want to talk about bowling alleys, man. You got Westlake, you got Castle Lane. You guys remember Castle Lanes off Geneva? Castle Lanes was the place that Castle Lane had a pool. You can play pool inside Castle Lanes. And then Sarah Bowl, a lot of fights in Sarah Bowl, man. There was a lot of times that I went to watch my dad bowl in the league at Sarah Bowl, and there was a lot of fights at Sarah Bowl back in the days. Now we just have classic, and then there's that one over in off El Camino. I forget the name of that one. But back then, Japantown. Who bowled in Japantown? You guys remember Japantown? Japantown bowls right down the street from where I used to live. We used to do the whole LOL Sarah Bowl. Yeah, Sarah Bowl, man. Come on. Everybody knows Sarah Bowl. If you weren't bowling at Sarah Bowl and you weren't eating or doing anything like that at Sarah Bowl, you were fighting. Everybody knew that. I would always go with my dad because my dad would do leagues in Sarah Bowl, and I would go there, and I would go just to, one, get away from doing homework. Sorry, Dad, if you're listening. To get away from homework, and two, to just because video games. You want to play video. You spend like $10 on like video games. This is when video games was only a quarter. None of that 50 cents crap that they are now. Now they're like $1, 4 quarters for like 2 lives. Back then you get a quarter. You found the right game. A game like Gyrus, you started off with 7 lives with Gyrus with 1 quarter, and that could last you. If you were good, it can last you. Ron says he doesn't remember Japantown Bowl. Japantown Bowl was in Japantown here in San Francisco. It was off the corner of Post. Is it Post? Post and Webster. It was on the corner. It's an apartment building now. It's right next to where the Crumpet place is over there. That whole area used to be a bowling alley, and it was a 2-story bowling alley. So you had alleys downstairs. You had alleys on the 2nd floor. It was a cool spot. I did some bowling leagues there when I was a kid, and I did some bowling leagues there as a teen and as an adult. It's a cool spot, man. And they got rid of it. Rent's high in San Francisco, so the people who decided to make it into a condo won. They said, we're going to turn this into a condominium, and we're going to, yeah. Ron said, I had my quarters lined up on all the arcade games. We can go on for days. What was the game that you had that lined up on? What was that? Let's see. City Boy, the drive-through movie theater engineer. Yeah, man. I watched a couple movies there. I watched a couple of drive-through movies. I think I watched E.T. there, and God, I don't even remember what I watched there. E.T. was definitely one of them. E.T. was a movie that I watched, and there was definitely another one. It could have been, maybe it was Airplane. Leslie Nielsen, you guys remember that movie? Leslie Nielsen, like 1980 something. I think I watched that there. I know it was like cheesy movies back in the days. You have to roll down your window. You have to grab that little speaker, pull that speaker in and hang it on your window. And you have to make sure the speaker was working first. Back then it's like some people, they would like pull the speaker or they forget to take it out. So you would just see like wires hanging out. This is what City Boys, I had to hide. I drive through movie theater. Wait, no. What did he say? I had to hide. This is the one he said. I had to hide in the trunk. Was it by person? Did they charge us by person back then? Is that how it was? Ron said Street Fighter. Street Fighter was the game, man. I give it up to everybody who you always had that one person who was better than everybody else. That one person who was just like, sometimes $1 wasn't enough, for you to beat this person. Well, yeah, man, that was fun. Man, City Boy, you had to hide in the trunk for the movies, man. That's hilarious. And you know what? You're probably not the first one. You're probably not the first one, and you're probably not. I don't know how it is now. I think now they do it per car, so that's why you see a bunch of people. You know, it's the minivans or the small SUVs are all there. Ron said, "I watch American Me." Oh my God, you're brave. You're brave watching American in Geneva also. Man, Ron, that's brave. I think I watched American Me. I think I had to watch that on VHS just because I was so afraid to watch American Me. And then what he says, Super Mario. Super Mario Brothers was good too. It was good. It was one of those games that I think it became more popular when it came out on Super Nintendo. Man, you watched American Me in Geneva Drive-In, man. That's brave. Did you watch it right when it came out, or did you wait when it came out? Because if you watch it right when it came out, and man, American Me, man, that's Edward James Olmos, American Me, right? That was his character. I remember I watched Colors when Colors first came out, and I used to sport this Georgetown starter. Remember back in the days when we all had starters? And I used to sport this Georgetown starter. And remember, the color of the Georgetown starter was blue with the gray lettering. And it's like, all right, it's not that blue that, like the Crips and Bloods would say anything about it, but it was blue. And we told my aunt, and sorry if you're watching, I told my aunt we were going to watch, like, I don't know, Peter Pan or something like that. I don't remember. We were going to do that. We were going to watch something other than Colors. But my cousin and his friends were like, let's go watch Colors. Watched Colors. And this was like opening weekend. Maybe opening weekend. We watched Colors. And I was wearing my blue Georgetown starter, not knowing that in the movie, there was a guy wearing a Crip wearing a blue Georgetown starter. The people who were next to me, they're like, flip your jacket inside out when we walk out. Flip your jacket inside out when we walk out. I didn't flip it inside out. I took it off. I kind of sort of flipped it inside out. Remember the starter jackets back in the days? You can see the sewing. That's how you knew it was original. I flipped it around. I just carried it under my arm. It was cold as hell in Daly City. Ron said he waited a bit before he watched American Me. Smart. That was definitely smart. I waited till it came out on VHS. That's how bad it was for me. And then Ron also said he's seen Colors. Oh my God, Sarah 6. Sarah 6. Was Sarah 6 the one where Bevmo is right now? Was that Sarah 6? Or was Sarah 6 the one where next to McDonald's right by DMV? See, I don't even remember. I know Sarah 6. I just don't remember where it was. Was it by McDonald's over there by DMV, or was it the one across from what's that bear diner place? I forgot. But yeah, man, those were cool. Those were cool days, and it was just cool to watch movies like that. It was cool. I loved it. I enjoyed it. All right, guys, I'm going to end this. Thank you guys for jumping on. Thank you guys for watching. Again, if you guys haven't, you guys follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Those are my right there. Twitter, it's at EricB1642. Facebook, it's EricB1642. And Instagram, it's Eric1642. And if you guys want to buy some merchandise, you can check out the Daily Vlogs podcast.myspreadshop.com. Everything you guys see, there's a logo right there with Dwight Clark and the Catch. I have shirts, I have hats, have all that stuff. And you guys who haven't, you guys who do, thank you guys. Ron, CityBoy415. Follow me on Eric B's Daily Vlogs on YouTube, and you can follow me on all podcast platforms, the Daily Podcast with Eric B. Get a little more serious on that. Let's see, what did he say? Okay, Ron said it's Bevmo. It's the one in Colma. Okay, so Bevmo, that was Sarah 6. City Boys, wow, I remember Sarah 6. I just remember Sarah 6. You know what? I watched Jaws 3D in Sarah 6. I did. And that was the first time I ever punched somebody. I was a kid. I was wearing glasses. and it was in 3D. We were watching Jaws in 3D, and we were in line to go in, and there was this little fat kid who was making fun of me because he said, "Oh, you can't watch Jaws in 3D because you're wearing glasses, so you can't put on the 3D glasses." And he kept doing this to my face. He kept putting his hands in my face, and his dad told him to stop, and I told him to stop, and I said, "If you don't stop, I'm gonna punch you." And his dad said, "Punch him if he does it again." Hey, you just gave me permission to punch your son if he does it again. And guess what? He did it again. That's right. Smacked him in the face. He started crying. And his dad looked at me because he didn't believe that I punched him. But then his dad said, and even his mom said, "Well, you kept bugging him. What do you expect him to do? Just stand there? We told you to stop." Because you're lucky that's all he did. You're lucky that's all he did was punch. I was the first kid I ever punched. Jaws in 3D at Sarah 6. What was the one over? What was the theater over at by DMV? The one right there by the McDonald's. What was that movie theater? That was something. Was that Sarah something also? I don't remember. Tanfran had a movie theater before the Tanfran movie theater is now. Rest in peace, Tanfran, because if they close down, then that's it. Where else are we going to watch movie? We're going to have to watch Century, the movie theater over there by the old Come. We're going to have to watch it over there. All right, guys. Hour and 21 minutes. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for bringing back City Boys 415. Thank you. Ron Williams. Thank you. Throw your names out right there so people can see you. Ron Williams over on YouTube. City Boys 415. Thank you guys for jumping on. Thank you guys for sharing memories, man. This is just good time memories. We could do this on a daily. We can do this on a weekly. Flashback Mondays. Everybody want to do Flashback Mondays? Anybody wants to do that? Let me know. Leave me comments down below. Leave me comments on my YouTube page. Leave me comments on Facebook. Ron, City Boys, if you guys haven't followed me on Facebook, go ahead and follow me on Facebook. Again, my Facebook is Facebook Eric B1642. Instagram, Eric1642. Stay in touch. Let's keep chatting up, especially you guys are all from the Bay Area, and that's a cool thing to have. We're all one group. When everything Ron says, good night. Good night, Ron. Have some dinner. Have something to eat. Thank you guys for watching. I'm in the live stream right now, but thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for jumping on board. Thank you guys for always supporting the channel, whether you're watching me on YouTube, whether you're watching me on Facebook, whether you follow the daily podcast with me, Eric B. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for always being supportive, and I appreciate you guys 100%. Ron, City Boys, inbox me a message or inbox me your address. I want to send you guys a little something for being on here and for sharing stories with me. We can do this again. We can do this again. Maybe we'll figure out a way where I can play some freestyle and just not have it playing that loud. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for coming on. Live stream has ended, guys. Go in peace.